Alright, in this video I want to talk about the magic behind the law of attraction. Now, this video might be a little bit woo-woo, even for me. Understand this, I'm a very practical guy. I'm a very, explain this scientifically guy. I'm a mindset guy, not a magic guy, if you will, right? However, there are some things that I cannot explain that are happening in my life that I need to report. So that's what this video is about. Now, that's actually where I want to start it. So as you can see here on the board, the first thing I have written is cause and effect. Let me zoom in so you guys can see a little bit better. Cause and effect. Now, cause and effect, there's different planes of cause and effect. There is different causes and different effects that we do see, and then there's different causes and effects that we don't see or we don't know what's happening. But one of the Hermetic principles is the law of cause and effect. No matter what is happening here on this earth or in the spiritual world or whatever, follows this law of cause and effect. No matter what is going on, it has a reason for it, even though you might not be able to see the reason. So, that being said, what I have written here is RAS, higher self and subconscious. These three things, higher self, RAS, and subconscious, are things that we might not have explanations for in science these days. But ancient cultures did have the ability to use these things better than us. They had a more understanding, a more awareness about these things. So there is merit to them. Not to mention science is catching up. So as you can see here, I have RAS and I have subconscious. Well, RAS is something that science is starting to prove. Now, I'm not going to go into all the nitty-gritty details, but I'm going to tell you what it is. So RAS is your reticular activating system. This is when you're driving down the street and you see, you hear something about a Lamborghini on the radio, and now you start seeing all the Lamborghinis on the street. Yellow Lamborghini on the radio, whatever. Red Lamborghini, whatever they said specifically, you start seeing that specifically. Or you start seeing words on license plates that have been in your mind as well. So your RAS is going to pick up these things. Now, the RAS picks up on things that go into the subconscious mind, right? So whatever goes in the subconscious, the RAS will act upon that, all right? And the higher self, this is a communicative process to the higher self that you use through accessing your subconscious mind. The RAS is more scientific and has to do with the brain, if you will, but it's all connected. So now let me tell you what's been going on in my life that I want to try to explain, which I can't really fully explain, but I'll tell you this much. Since I've been doing the technique, the instant manifestation technique, the virtually instant manifestation technique, ever since I've been doing it, things have been falling into place in a weird way that I can't explain. Before that, I was trying to force ways of starting a business, selling this or doing this, things that I didn't care about. I was like, can I see if I can make money here? All right. But then the weirdest things would happen. I'd make thousands of dollars here, and then all of a sudden it would just collapse. And then I wouldn't be able to access things. It was like the universe had a block, and I can't explain it, guys, but it'd be like my Facebook ad account just won't work. It just won't let me in. I'm banned. Or whatever. Stripe just all of a sudden is shutting down all my accounts. I don't know what's going on, right? And then when I start doing this technique, the instant manifestation technique, I find out what I'm excited about, what I'm passionate about, what I'm supposed to be doing in my life. And when I only focus on that, everything starts to happen. All of a sudden I have randomly extra business managers on Facebook available to me when I thought I was permanently banned. And I'm able to make 5 new ad accounts. Stripe is letting me use Stripe. Money's coming through. What's going on? I don't understand this. Why is this happening? It's because there's a level of cause and effect that we are not aware of as humans. Now, there's different levels to climb as well too. So when I've been doing this technique, I've been going hard. And also, I've been letting go of everything else. So, the anxiety coming from this person, anxiety coming from that person, this thing going on in my life, this thing going on in my life, just completely let it go. I don't care. I only stay focused using my subconscious and my RAS, basically using my subconscious to connect with my higher self so that my RAS is doing the work it should be doing and things just start magically happening. Now, that is what I cannot explain, all right? I cannot explain why that's happening or why that's working, right? So faith equals knowing without explanation. And I wrote right here, evolve your belief. So belief to me is a weak thing. Belief is like, it's like the first step, right? If your desire and your belief match up, if you believe that you can attain your desire, you will get it. But if you know and you have faith without explanation of how it could happen or why or how it is happening, because that's what just happens. It just starts happening. You're like, I don't even know how this is happening. That's when you have faith. But I'm going to tell you how to make sure you can have faith is by doing this. By continuously putting the right things into your subconscious. If you continually use the technique, you know, the virtually instant manifestation technique, you will constantly put the right things into your subconscious mind, which will contact your higher self, right, with the emotionalizing, right? With the emotionalizing to contact your higher self, which will in turn make sure your RAS is finding all the right things that you need to be doing in the physical reality. And that is when things just start happening. And when you know you're doing this, you can have faith that things are going to work out. They're just going to work out, and you don't need an explanation. All you need to do is keep feeding the subconscious. As long as you have the technique and you know that you're doing the right thing right there, you don't need an explanation. You don't need an explanation. All you need to do is keep feeding this process, and then basically you won't even need belief anymore because it will turn into faith. And that is when the magic happens, guys. The magic happens when you let go and you just have faith. But I don't want to just say, oh, just have faith. So I gave you guys a process. Just feed the subconscious by doing the right thing, the right technique, the instant manifestation technique, and that will feed your higher self into making your RAS, your reticular activation system, work properly so that the law of cause and effect will work for you. The law of cause and effect will work for you. So, that is the magic of the law of attraction, guys, and I'm very excited to get into the rest of this video. Let's go. The rest of this program. Let's go.